Hello and welcome to another video of Can You Believe It? How are you doing? I'm Feng. So my hair has grown another 3mm because I measured. So in my last video, I said I wasn't even surprised about the UFO seen in Brazil because the trip footage taken by the US Navy had revealed much more information. I believe many of you have read the news and even saw the videos, but none of them told you why is it such a big deal. So let me tell you why. Because the videos are solid proof for extraterrestrial beings. The three videos are actually old videos on the internet. One was taken in 2004 and the other two was taken in 2015. Why are they always put together is because they are the same thing taken at different time. And based on the New York Times reports, the military say they appear almost daily from the summer of 2014 to March 2015. Appear daily for more than half a year. Can you believe it? The three video was leaked by a hacker who hacked into the US government website. So the hacker just like all of us, but instead of checking on the new video updates on YouTube, they hack into the US government website archive and see if there's any new upload. So very quickly, the three videos made the UFO fanatics around the world went crazy. And in last year 2019, September 18, suddenly, US Navy suddenly. Okay, just let me show you the page of the newspaper. So what US Navy said was, the three videos are real, which means they are not created with some special effect software and they were really taken by the US Navy pilots. Guys, history has been made. That was the second time the official admitted the authenticity of the UFO footage. The first time was Roswell UFO incident in 1947, but they soon regretted it. I will be talking about Roswell in my future video. Subscribe to my channel so you won't miss it. And fast forward to 2020, anything can happen in 2020. And what was more shocking was, Pentagon released these three UFO footage to the public. Pentagon is a US national defense building, and it is probably the most credible organization on this planet. They reconfirmed the authenticity of the footage. For what reason? To clear misconception. I have no words to describe how I felt when I read it. They deny almost all UFO sightings and say they were weather balloons, aircrafts, or natural weather phenomena. Now you say you want to clear things up.
什么乱叫？
We do not know what their real intention was, but we can only make a guess. Let me know in the comment section below. So with this idea in mind that the videos are real. Let's analyze the videos. There are two reasons why the videos are solid proof for alien flying saucers. The first is the flying speed. The pilot was on FA-18 Strike Fighter, also more commonly known as the Hornet fighter, installed with the world's most advanced automatic infrared tracking system. It is the best tracking system that can easily track the fastest flying aircraft. The three videos show the interface of this tracking system. This footage was taken in 2004 and currently is on TV mode, which is like a normal camera view. And after that it changed to IR, infrared. So in infrared view, the UFO become white and the surrounding become black because the temperature of the UFO will be warmer than the sky.
On, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
This video was taken in 2015. As you can see, it's much more clearer. And as you can see in the video, the pilot had a hard time trying to track the UFO. He caught it once and it escaped. And look at how fast it moved. On the fourth time, he finally caught it. And the infrared tracker supposedly to be automatically track the flying object. In this video here, the pilot had to manually maneuver the tracking system in order to catch the UFO. And even on the fourth time, the UFO escaped because the speed is beyond our world. And the UFO seems to know that the pilot are tracking it, so it escaped intentionally. Many people on the internet trying to calculate the speed of the UFO based on the distance, the speed of the coordinate fighter, as well as the capabilities of the infrared tracker. And guess what? They don't know how to calculate. Okay, in fact that they can't agree on the same answer. But they all agree on the same thing. The UFO is super fast. Certainly not from our world. And there are other people saying the movement was very strange. No man-made aircraft can achieve that. The second reason is that no one knows what powers the UFO. Based on the infrared monitor, you can see that the white areas are identified as warmer and the darker areas are colder. This is why the UFO are white while the sky was dark. And we can be sure that the UFO was not an aircraft because the aircraft has engine and it burned fuel. So not only the body was warmer than the air, it will have a white tail because the air around the engine will be hot too, which will be looking like this. But let us look at the UFO. It does not have a tail, and I bet many of you neglect one detail. The air around the UFO appears to be even darker than the sky. This creepy detail shows that the air or space closer to the UFO was even colder than the air in the sky. The aircraft or vehicle on Earth is built based on Newton's law of motion. In order to make something move, you have to exert a force greater than the mass of the object. That's why aircraft burn fuel to create that force. But UFO was certainly not manufactured based on Newton's law of motion, right? Albert Einstein, in his theory of special relativity, determined that the law of physics are the same for all non-accelerating observers. And he showed that the speed of light within a vacuum is the same no matter the speed of which an observer travels. As a result, he found that the speed and time was interwoven in a single continuum called the space-time. In another word, space and time are not two separate categories. You may consider them as the same thing. As he worked out his equation for his general theory of relativity, Einstein realized that the mass of the object caused a distortion in space-time. One example would be two parallel light rays will meet with the influence of space-time distortion. As we know, speed equals distance over time. If space and time are the same thing, is it possible that the UFO distorted space-time and somehow reduced the distance and the time at the same time? If the darker area around the UFO was created by space-time distortion, and that could explain the high speed of the UFO, because based on his movement, it does not even accelerate, although it's only theoretical, but it definitely provides us a new possibility. What if we start making things travel based on other theory rather than Newton's law of motion? And that reminds me of the secret Philadelphia experiment that made the entire ship to teleport, which led by the smartest person on the recent history, Nikola Tesla. Sorry, Albert Einstein. The footage are proof for super advanced technologies, and the videos are real based on US official. So what does clear misconception mean? How do you feel after knowing all this information? Are you convinced that there are extraterrestrial beings out there? Let me know in the comment section below too. Hope you liked today's video, and if you do, please give me a like. Your support is my greatest motivation. See you next Saturday.